Hi everybody, Casey Zander here, and in today's video what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you the things that you are probably doing that turns women off without you even realizing. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because one of the things that I've started to realize the more that I've been coaching men and actually helping them with their dating and attraction lives is that it's not that men are oftentimes unable or unwilling to do the work. Okay, it's not even that they desire to be quote unquote beta or bad with women, it's that they just don't know what to do. Like, not only can they not spot tests, but they can't spot the red flags, and they don't know the attraction triggers that are going to turn a woman off. Because of that, I figured yours truly better present you with some of the best content that I can possibly make, which is why today I came up with 4 specific bullet points that is not only going to help you maintain the attraction with any woman that you meet, but it's also going to help you attract and keep the woman that you've always desired. Now, quick announcement. As you guys know, we are closing the MBT Masculinity Blueprint Accelerator at 2,000 members. We have just a few seats left for Q2. If we hit that enrollment cap of 2,000 before Q2, we're going to shut it down until Q2 is over, which means your opportunity to get into that is right now. I have 2 quick links below. The very first link is going to be a link directly to the webinar, Shop Brand New for 2022. The second is going to be a quick bootcamp link. You can get the skinny on all of the things and the methods that I teach inside of that. It's some of the best attraction training that will literally last you a lifetime to never struggle with dating, high quality companions, or relationships ever again. But nevertheless, the meat and beans of this topic is obviously what are the things that you're doing or that you probably have done that turns women off. Well, the first is going to be investing too much into them. Now, I'm not talking about necessarily just investing as financials. I'm talking about the way you emote, the way you show emotion, and the way that you communicate. So I'm going to give you a list of ways that men invest in women without the women even realizing that without the men even realizing that they're doing it. The very first would be sending long, lengthy paragraphs over text message, okay? You have to understand this from a psychology perspective. When you send long, lengthy text messages to women regarding how you feel or when you want to see them or what you think about them, no matter what the words say on that screen, the longer these messages get, okay, and the more drawn out they get, the more lines and the more paragraphs that woman sees, the more she thinks one thing in her head and one thing only. She thinks, yep, got him right where I want him. Right there, investment. Because that 30 seconds to 2 minutes that it took you to formulate that text, you could have been doing something else. You could have sent a shorter text that shows you don't care and one that shows that you're outcome independent. That's the first thing, okay? The second thing is spending lots of time communicating with women on your phone through investment without them investing anything in you when it comes to intimacy. This can be holding long Snapchats with women, okay? This can be holding, long phone text messages. This can be liking all of their photos. This can be constantly DMing them, constantly asking them to hang out. These things turn a woman off. What you want to do is you want to show context and that you're good with verbals. And the only way to make a woman feel something through the context of your speech is you're going to have to pick up the phone like a grown-ass man and you're going to have to call her. Or you're going to have to FaceTime her. You're going to have to actually see her face-to-face to make a connection, okay? That means you're going to have to actually pick up the phone, dial the digits, and hit send, okay? And when you do that, you being able to sit there, not flustered, being able to say, hi, how are you? What's going on? Things like that. You being able to have a fluent conversation. You being able to show that you're not scared to put yourself out there. You being able to show that you're not willing to show your voice. All of these things register as high attraction triggers in that woman's brain. But notice, you didn't spend all of your time texting. You didn't spend all of your time Snapchatting. You strictly kept it casual to a conversation that shows that if she wants to see you, she can. And that's it. When you invest in women, whether that be monetarily, non-monetarily, bringing flowers, doing things like that, telling them how much you care, telling them how much you love them, all of that is going to turn them off. You have to make sure it is an equal exchange of investment. That's number 1. Number 2 would be telling a woman how you feel. Okay, when you tell a woman how you feel, whether it be good or bad, okay, when it shows that you are led by your emotions and your heart and not your masculine intellect and your head up here, that's going to show weakness. That's going to show a splice in your armor, right? That's going to show that you're actually vulnerable. And if you're vulnerable, it's going to display weakness, okay? There's this video, you can Google this for yourself. I've been on a Khabib kick lately, okay? I've been watching a lot of Khabib videos, like with MMA and stuff, because I think he's super cool, right? But there's this part where he's talking to Dana White, and he's like, I've been away from my family for 1.5 years. He's like, my wife was pregnant. He's like, I didn't call her and cry and say, oh, my wife's pregnant, I need to go home. He's like, I took it like a man. I stayed here, I trained, I deserve that title fight, right? He's strong. He didn't show emotion, and he didn't let his intellect be swayed by his emotion. He stayed strong and congruent with how he is, okay? And that is going to be one of the strongest traits you can have to not only attract but keep the women that you want. The third thing is not leading and not being decisive. I'm not just talking about leading on a date. I'm not just talking about picking a restaurant. I'm talking about actually knowing what your code is as a man, what you live by, okay, and sticking with that. And that's called personality congruence. Right? When you have a plan and a vision for your life, when you don't bend and you don't waver. Not to mention, you have your life set up in perfect order the way that you want it, and you're not willing to change that just to suit the companion or the woman that you're seeing. You're able to stay firm in the boundaries that you lay out and that you set. The more decisive you are, the more you lead, the more you act as if you are doing these things anyways, with or without her involved, is going to be the more that she will not only feel feminine, but she'll actually want to be in your frame, be in your life. And you're going to notice, all of a sudden she doesn't desire to have 10 different guys in her inbox. All of a sudden she doesn't desire to have a bunch of Snapchat friends. All of a sudden she doesn't desire to do all these things. Why? Because she already has the best companion that she possibly can get. She has a guy who's decisive, who's strong, who can lead, who is not emotionally charged, and a guy who actually makes decisions for himself and is willing to say no to things that will set him back, even if it would feel good in the short-term pleasure, okay? Last but not least, putting up with bad behavior. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Women are very smart. Women know when they're being sassy, women know when they're being angry, women know when they're testing you, and women know when they're throwing a fit. They're not dumb creatures. They're very smart. You putting up with bad behavior is going to be a direct representation of being weak. So I'll give you an example. I'm working with a one-to-one client currently, and his wife cheated on him. Obviously, I'm going to leave his name anonymous, but his wife cheated on him, okay? Now, when he was begging for her back and begging her to stay, his wife said to his face, I was hoping you'd kick me out. I was hoping you'd show backbone. By you doing this, all it does is confirm my decision. To this day, the woman still claims that she doesn't know if she'll ever take him back, and she probably will never stop cheating on him. She expressed this verbally. So these traits that I'm teaching you within this video, not only is this the key to setting up your life forever, but you have to actually understand that if you don't have these things ingrained into who you are, like the repercussions are actually very bad. Like so many guys, they comment, they're like, oh, you know, you're just giving dating advice, or the people actually pay you for this, or how do you deal with that? Like, guys don't understand, if you don't learn these things, the cost is actually detrimental. Guys get divorced, guys are lonely, guys have no sexual intimacy their whole life. Like, you need to learn these things to know how to actually navigate your life, because reproduction, survival, the dating game, like this is all part of human nature and human existence. It's one of the most important things you have to actually take care of. And with that said, if you align with the traits and the qualities that I've expressed in this video, I seriously advise you to go down below and click the MBT webinar. You have to watch that webinar presentation. It's shot brand new for 2022. You're going to see guys just like you. Guys who were maybe shorter, guys who dealt with approach anxiety, guys who were insecure, guys who seriously just took these structures that I already laid out in the masculinity blueprint. They took these, they copy pasted them into their life, they ran with them, they actually applied them, and they actually got the result that they wanted. But until you decide for yourself that that is actually something you want, and you actually want to have a mindset and an iron life just like that, you're not going to get the results until you click those links below. So guys, seriously, hit the like button, comment and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next, and we'll see you in the next one.